Hello and Happy New Year to you all. This is the walkthrough of the Daily Telegraph prize crossword from the 2nd of Jan 2021, number 29,562. We'll start with one down. Follower died here, so D for died here. Nursed, so taken in by a social worker, which is an aunt. And that's going to give us adherent for a follower, an adherent of a religion or something like that. And then we'll do 15 down. Physicist in love with Her Majesty. It's not going to be ER, it's going to be HM with O for love gives us ohm for a physicist. And then we'll do 12 across. Big ship. So big is going to be large. Ship is often SS. Linked to Eastern, that's going to be E for Eastern, which all put together gives us largesse, meaning charity. And then 13 down, swimmer in short dress. So this begins with G. I don't think it's going to be Garber's dress, isn't it? And we we'll get rid of the B and you get Gar, which is a type of fish or a swimmer. 17 down, at home, you're in. If looked after, so if you look after someone, you might tend to them. So tended, altogether, intended is another word for fiancé. And then we can do 20 across. Fellow sailor, Johnson, well, Boris Johnson is the PM. And then an anagram of his mate stirred around, going around. We get shipmate for a fellow sailor. And 6 down, another shippy one. Steamship and 2 ducks involved with Mr. Toads. It's actually an anagram of steamship, 2 O's for the 2 ducks, and then MR for Mr. gives us metamorphosis for a transformation. That's a big one in, that will help us. 8 across, goddess, subsequently appearing in sober organisation is the AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. And then is subsequently, so stick AA around. Then you get Athena for a goddess. 25 across. Diet also poor, so that's just an anagram of diet also. In a remote place. Isolated is that one. 22 down. 4th session of plays is going to be Act 4. And if you write it out with Roman numerals, and then E for England's opener, we get active, meaning having an effect. And 27 across, when batter's needed before fast spell. It's nothing to do with cricket, this. It's batter as in for pancakes. Fast spell is Lent. It's going to be Shrove Tuesday. And then we can look at 21 down. China with crack, not worth considering. So me old China is a pal, isn't it? And crack, if you have a crack at something, you could have a try. And poultry means not worth considering. 19 down, Hermione's daughter parted wildly. It's going to be Perdita from The Winter's Tale, Hermione's daughter, anagram. And then 24 across, grass over pretty, Cambridge back. So it's the backs of those words gives us rye for a type of grass. 11 across, threaten, naughty child is an imp. And death is an end, impending doom. 4 down, heat that could make a run grim. So it's A and then R for run. And then I think grim is going to be dour. And ardour is sort of passion or heat, isn't it? 10 across, fortune trump keeps after taxes. That's just in the words. Fortune trump is going to be net, what you keep after taxes. 3 down, Judas for 1 bitter, so a bitter is an ale, and the situation is a job or a post maybe. Apostle for Judas. And then we can have 23 across, vehicle going back in the, so the vehicle's going to be a car going the other way. It's Thrace for an ancient land. And then we can just Put in some things here just to make sure we've got the words. Okay, 2 down. Man's man, perhaps, is on a spacecraft. Well, the Apollo spacecraft had a lander, and it's an islander, as in the Isle of Man. So a man on the Isle of Man will be an islander. And then we can do 6 across. Process imposed around rock. So rock, you rock those letters. It's an anagram of imposed around, for meaning process, and it's going to be modus operandi. And now I think we can do 7 down. Elf is so ridiculously unwise. So elf is so ridiculously, that's an anagram of that. And unwise is silly, given voice, so it's a homophone, so we spell it in a different way with the C, and that gives us the Isles of Scilly for an archipelago. 14 across. Devotional space for a right winger is for a Tory, loudly ousty. Get rid of the F, which is forte in music, loudly, and gives us oratory, which is the London Oratory. It's a religious building, isn't it? A lot of religious stuff today. 9 across. Disorganised. Start to school is S. For something that's fair is lovely. Going around, N for noon, gives us slovenly for disorganised. We're nearly there now. So we can do 16 across. Tactless remark is a gaff. Going about Irish, it's going to be IR for Irish. Gaff going around gives us giraffe for a beast. And then 5 down, something added is a letter dictated. So if you say it, it's going to be annex if you add a sort of building. An annex is a letter, isn't it, when you dictate it, when you say it. 18 down, song is an air. If is number 1, if you head the field, she heads the race to be the new Prime Minister or something. So heads is number 1. And then we're going to put all that together. Unthinking people, airheads. And then that just leaves us with 26 across, which is get to the point. So if you get to somebody, you might needle them. And obviously a needle is a point as well. So that's just a double meaning, really. And that's our last one. And that's the first one of the year done. Wishing you all a very happy new year. And I'll see you again soon.